Funk Revolution, no! Hey everybody, today we are going to be reviewing Slipknot's 7th album, their newest album, We Are Not Your Kind. Who the fuck listens to Slipknot? Slipknot is one of those interesting bands because it seems like they're super fucking popular, but everyone hates them. Like, you either are someone who hates abrasive music, abrasive metal, whatever, so you're just gonna stay far away from them because they're so edgy with the masks and all that shit, or you're someone who loves metal, and you're not gonna like Slipknot because they're not true metal. You wanna listen to freaking Creator and Metallica, but then there's these guys who come along playing new metal, which is a gimmick and it's entry-level basic metal for idiot kids. So no one really likes Slipknot, but I mean, actually, yes, there's a lot of people who love Slipknot. And don't write Slipknot off. I think, if you're one of those people who just write them off as like a meme band for like kids, don't do that. Some of their music actually is pretty interesting. Like the self-titled album of theirs, pretty quirky, pretty interesting, pretty weird, pretty cool. I mean, it's not the best album in the world, but it's kind of interesting metal. And their album Iowa, I mean, that fucking album goes hard as fuck. I mean, just like put the song People Equals Shit on in the car, turn the volume all the way up and blast it while you drive down the road, and tell me that's not a fucking amazing time. So don't write off Slipknot. I'm not saying they're the best band in the world, but I am saying they're not the worst either. Anyways, this is their 7th album. Pretty excited to be listening and reviewing it. So let's start by taking a look at the freaking album cover. Yep, that's a Slipknot album cover, alright. You have a freaking deceased person on the cover with like a purple garbage bag on his head or something. I don't really know. It actually looks pretty nice. I do like the shade of purple in this cover. Pretty good cover. So yeah. So musically, is this album any good? Musically, Slipknot is getting old. Let's face the truth. They've been a band for over 20 years now. And when you're making abrasive music, there always is the question: at some point, are you going to get too old to be able to do this? Are you going to lose your edge? So has Slipknot lost their edge here? I think the answer to that question is no. I don't think they have. I think this album actually exceeded my expectations. It's overall a pretty good album. Not the best album I've ever heard, but still, like, a pretty good album coming from Slipknot. So there are 2 primary reasons why I like this album. One being that it's a diverse album. I like the experimentation that Slipknot's bringing in. I like the experimentation that Slipknot is bringing. I have a fucking stutter. I can't talk anymore. What the fuck is going on? Why the fuck I can't? I'm sorry, folks. I don't know what's gotten into me. Feeling a little off today. I've been a little angry lately. I don't know. Maybe it's just a Slipknot rubbing off on me. But anyway, sorry. So let's finish this review. I'll make it quick. I mean, So what I like about this album, like I said, there's 2 things. I like that they're experimenting a little bit, making a kind of a diverse album rather than just being like abrasive the entire time. They have abrasive songs like the song Orphans, which is like a classic abrasive Slipknot song. And then they have like more experimental songs like the song Spiders, which is a song in the time signature 7/8. And it sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, with a piano that sounds like a horror film piano riff, like it's really creepy, really cool, really experimental. And this kind of the entire album, there's kind of like industrial elements kind of like in here and there, which kind of keeps the album interesting. So I appreciate the experimentation, the effort to create like a cohesive album. And I like the rhythms in the album as well. Slipknot has always been very talented at coming up with some really nice rhythms. They're a band with 9 band members. That gives them a lot of space to be able to experiment with rhythms. And the vocalist, Corey Taylor, Corey Taylor, he kind of raps a little bit in his vocals, his vocals is like kind of like a rap, which is also very rhythmic and very nice. So I like the rhythms in this album as well. Pretty cool album, but I think it's not the best album. Some songs are definitely stronger than others. I think, like the song Critical Darling is like the best song on the album, but like, I don't know, there's like a lot of songs I really didn't care for so much, and it's a 60-something minute album that kind of drags. Like the last 4 songs are like 6 minutes each, so it's like 24 minutes, and it's just like, those songs don't need to be that long, it just drags. So it's kind of like a little bit of filler in the album, but overall it's pretty good. Giving it a 6.5 out of 10. You know, a great addition to Slipknot's discography. Pretty cool album. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm gonna go cry, and hopefully I'll feel better tomorrow. Punk Revolution now!